This man's soul reported to heaven, but God threw him out, said the man should go to hell. But when the man arrived in hell, the demons closed the gates and wouldn't let him in. And the reason why this man is in this situation was mainly because of his own reasons. Not long ago, this man was poor and hungry. Due to the closure of his factory, he lost his last chance of survival. So he went to the forest to end his life. But just then, a demon appeared. When he saw the man, he immediately pointed a shotgun at his head and asked him what he was looking for. It said that a barefoot man is not afraid of a man in shoes. Naturally, the man didn't care about the demon's threat. He even threatened to search for 1,000 years of mahogany and burn hell to the ground. When the demon heard this, he was terrified, so he begged the man to spare hell and that he would give him whatever he wanted. The man demanded 10,000 taels of gold from the demon. Although the devil was heartbroken, he still gave him the gold. The man happily took the gold back to his home, and the devil went back to hell. He told all his relatives about what he had just experienced, but they all said they had given him too much gold. They wanted to take the gold back. One of the demons offered himself. He said he would take care of it. Then the demon came to the man's yard. He came up to the man and asked him to fight with him, as long as the one who can win would have all the gold. But the man said that his strength was too high. In order to ensure the fairness of the match, he let his 7.5-year-old little brother to compete with the devil. Then he took the demon to the mountain. The man had the audacity to persuade the devil to compete with a bear. Without knowing it, the devil entered the cave in a rage. He saw the bear sleeping and woke him up, but the bear was furious. Without saying a word, he hugged the demon in his arms. Seeing that he was about to die, the devil had to use the technique of escaping from his shell to escape. When he got back to hell, the demon started to think about it again. After a while, the Scud demon said he would take care of the matter himself. He came to the man's house. He said he wanted to compete with the man in a speed contest. Whoever is faster will get all the gold. When the man heard this, he was furious. He said that if his speed exceeded the speed of light, it would lead to the collapse of space and time, and hell would be in ruins. So he asked the demon to compete with his son. Then he took the demon to the forest. When he came to a forest, he pointed at the rabbit and asked him to compete with the demon. The rabbit was scared. He ran towards the forest without looking back. When the devil saw this, he hurriedly got up and chased after him. But within a few moments, he watched as the rabbit ran farther and farther into the forest and disappeared. The devil never thought that the man's son could run so fast. He could only go back to hell with a heart full of disappointment. After the first 2 rounds of failure, the demons decided to send out their ultimate weapon. Fire Cloud Evil Demon, the strongest demon in hell. Fire Cloud Evil Demon found the man to compete with him in a contest of strength. The strongest demon in hell, Fire Cloud Evil Demon, has found this man. He wanted to compete with this man in a contest of strength. Whoever could pick up a horse and run 10 laps around the yard would win all the gold. When the man heard this, he realized that he would surely lose, so he let Fire Cloud Evil Demon go first. Fire Cloud Evil Demon then picked up the horse. He ran 10 laps in the courtyard, but he was also exhausted. But the man said he could pick up the horse with his legs, and he could go around the yard all day without resting. This is just like cheating, and let the old horse trample Fire Cloud Evil to the ground. And the stupid Fire Cloud Evil Demon is also quite obedient. He could only return to hell in disgrace. After 3 consecutive failures, the demons lost their minds. Just when they were scratching their heads, another demon came forward. He said he had a way to get the gold back. Then he came to the man and threatened him. If the man didn't hand over the gold, he would be subjected to the 10 tortures of hell. The man didn't care what he heard. Then he grabbed the demon and beat him up. The devil could only return to hell in despair. He persuaded everyone to give up the gold, because the man was even more terrifying than they were. If they pissed him off, he could destroy hell. And so it was. The man lived happily ever after until he died. But when his soul arrived at the gates of heaven, God said that heaven was full and there was no more room. So he sent the man to hell. But when the demons saw the man coming, they closed the gates, worried that the man would disrupt the order of hell. So the man's soul was left to wander at the gates of heaven. He charged 100 gold coins for each passing soul. People are bullied.